Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're going to try to continue with the side quests in Pisaca's stand here. We got an unlock from the Radiant Host Captain. Radiant Patrol. The Radiant Host Captain seeks someone to help her in her duties. Radiant Host Captain. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing the settlement whole. Nod, nod. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once. Oh, you're joining me. I thought it was just going to be me. Okay. We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees from Yedlamad pass. We will cover more ground if we split into two groups. Two groups like me and you? If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid, and if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. And if you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed. Alright, you'll be Group A and I'll be Group B. I don't know why we're calling them groups, but c'est la vie. Hey, that sort of rhymed. Look at me. Here we go. Nothing in the first area I looked, but we have a wounded citizen here. Beset by a terminus howler. I saved you, wounded citizen. I expect money in payment. Wounded citizen. Oh, is it gone? Thank the gods. I would surely have died without your help. What are you doing out here? I'm just here to help you. I see. So the Radiant Host looks over us yet. For that I am grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path you took to get here, I should be safe on my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you? Not really, I don't think so, but... Well, actually there was plenty I left alive. Like, that. And that. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's alive that can kill you. Alright, last section here. A Manusya statuette. You see a strange statuette lying on the ground depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best to collect it. Manusya the statuette, a small statuette depicting the figure with the body of a woman and the head of a beast. Okay, let's head on back. Wounded citizen. If the Radiant Host is watching over us, then there is naught to fear. You have a lot of faith in your police force. Radiant Host Captain. Welcome back. I heard all about your noble deed. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. Wounded citizen. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. Radiant Host Captain. You've more than earned a reward for your time. Speak with me again at Pisaca's stand, and I'll ensure that you get it. Excellent. Always good to get money for our troubles. By the way, I was today years old when I learned that you can mark spots on the map in Final Fantasy XIV. I marked this spot because it is because it's where a sightseeing point was that I'll try to remember to come back to later. It's a sightseeing point I can't reach now, like it seems like you have to fly to get up to it. It's sitting on a rock. Radiant Host Captain. The work ahead of us is vast, and any lives we can save are precious indeed. Yeah, this is something that that Rack pointed out in the comments of the last one, that sure, maybe Nadana didn't, like, maybe she didn't, stop Fandaniel and Xenos' plan, or Fandaniel's plan anyway. Well, no, it was both of their plans at the time, but she did save a whole lot of lives down here. Okay, all I came across in my patrol was discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note? I did. I found this Manusya statuette. Huh, I recognize this figure. Doubtless you are curious as to what it depicts. There is a legend that tells of a Manusya goddess who sought the strength of the Mrga, wresting her own head from her body and replacing it with the bestial pate of the Mrga. That's what we know, we heard about that already, right? In pursuit of wisdom did a Mrga do the same, replacing his own head with that of a Manusya. Thus were born divine beings gifted with both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. Peace through decapitation and trading. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder that the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of tribe for help. That is actually a lovely message. I hadn't even thought of that as like the lesson from that particular story, but I like it. A figure so fine was likely beloved by its owner. I shall do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help today, traveler. You are most welcome. I learned something important. Okay, we got 3 more side quests available right now, so let's take a look at... What do we look at? Do we help a father in need of probably help? A troubled father, so presumably we can help them find their kids or something like that. Or we can help a monkey. Let's help the monkey. Strange Hanuman Langur. An unexpected guide. The Hanuman Langur is beckoning to you with uncertain intent. Okay? I don't know what a langur sounds like, or whatever animal this is supposed to be based on. Is it based on like a lemur? Looks kind of like a lemur. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's awful. It appears this creature wants you to follow it. What harm could it come from doing so? Let's find out. Because presumably monkeys are like mischievous little fucks, aren't they? They can be anyway. Sorry for anyone listening to this. The creature appears to want you to follow it deeper into the jungle. Follow the Hanuman Langur and try not to fall behind. You know what? I'm fine with this, especially since I don't have to sneak up on it. Can I talk to it midway through? No, it's preoccupied. It's busy leading me along. Where are we going? Oh, it's not marked on the map. That's right. It's one of these quests. I actually quite like this style. No sneaking around, but it feels very organic the way that you get led to the target. And that you don't know where you're going, so it kind of keeps an element of surprise. You come upon an elderly... Oh, shit! Nice job, Langur. You come upon an elderly RI woman. RI? Bent over in pain and breathing haggardly. Provide what treatment to her that you can. Well, I'm a dark knight right now, so I can... I don't know, rip out your soul or something, but hopefully that helps. Thank you. I feel much better now. A terrible beast fell upon me, and I fled, quickly losing my bearings in the thick wood. This kindly creature guided me to safety, but my wounds pained me so. How long was that? How long ago was that? Bells ago? Days? I cannot say. Of course, little friend. Thank you for delivering this kind soul to me. I owe you my life. The Langur is happy as hell. All right, woman. We shouldn't stay here, for nowhere outside the village gate is safe. I believe I can return safely on my own, though. Seek me out, and I shall see you are rewarded for what you've done. Always feels like kind of dirty that they're always like, come find me, I'll give you the money that you clearly want. Well, that was a good monkey. Nice job, lemur. Or, what was it called? Langur, not lemur. Alright, woman. Ah, my savior arrives at last. I feel right as rain now, and all thanks to your ministrations. And that creature, of course, I haven't seen it since returning here. The legends of this island say the Hanuman Langurs are servants of the divinities, appearing when they deign to show an interest in worldly affairs. I think there may be some truth to those tales. I must remember to make an offering when I am able. Well, as for your reward, however, please take this, and know that I shall not be able to eat for a week because of the money I have to give to you now. Okay. Excellent, 815 gold. Gil. Okay, let's talk to the father now. Troubled father. Flowers for the family. Oh, no. The man is desperately searching for something on the horizon. Troubled father. Oh, you're the one who saved Mevin's child. Might you help a father in need? My daughter is nowhere to be found, and I fear she's gone off into the woods by her lonesome. Why would she? Just to flee? Others from the village have joined in the search, but our numbers are few. We've yet to even reach Perusa. If you could add your eyes to the search, I would be ever so grateful. She was wearing a red coat when I last saw her. I will make my way to Perusa, so please bring her there if you find her. May the gods grant you insight. Oh god, I don't feel good about this. I feel like we're going to find the coat on the body or something. Lost Girl. That's right. I forgot something that Rack had mentioned before, that these quests aren't usually ones that end in tragedy, these small side quests. Lost Girl. Oh, who are you? My father. Oh, I'm such a fool. I wanted to pick some flowers before visiting Perusa, but I never wanted to cause worry. Still, since you're already here, could you help me? You can't visit Perusa without one for each of the Manusya and the Mrga. One each for the Manusya and the Mrga. Let's find those, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, my cat wants to help with flower picking. The Lost Girl is now accompanying you. Okay. Where are we going? Manusya flower. The divine Manusya... Lost Girl. The divine Manusya love these flowers much like we do. Mother said that the red petals symbolize life and remind the divinities of the lifeblood that's the source of their power. You worship vampires. I approve. Mrga flower. Here we are. Orange flowers. So Mother told me these orange flowers are favored by the gods of Mrga. Doesn't the color of their petals remind you of the rising sun? Its nourishing rays are a source of power for the Mrga, and they cherish these flowers above all others. The Mrga are daywalkers. And I think we're good now. Oh wait, I can't. Yeah, I made this trouble just a second ago where I mounted up and ran to the location, but no, I left the girl behind and I had to restart it. So, yeah, let's walk alongside the girl. Power walk. Troubled father, be troubled no more. Lost girl. We can't go to the... Okay, yeah. Troubled father. Oh, thank the gods. I'm so glad she's safe. Lost girl. I apologize for troubling you, but I really wanted to see Mother again. I couldn't imagine visiting Perusa without these flowers in hand. If I offer these to the gods, surely they'll allow Mother to return to us, right? Ah, of course. This is Endwalker. Even the side quests are full of tragedy. Lost girl. Will you come with us? Here, you offer this flower to the Mrga, and I'll offer this one to the Manusya. The gods will be so happy to receive them. Sounds good. I will help lay flowers on her grave. Presumably that's what we're doing, right? Not her grave, but just in memory of her. In hopes that she finds peace. Lost girl. Thank you. I can't wait to see Mother again. Wait, is the Mother really alive? Oh no, never mind. I misread that for a second. Troubled father, yes, me too. Why don't we return home? We can prepare the soup she liked so much. I thought he was saying we could prepare the soup like while we wait for her or something, but no. Nope, this is in memory of her. Thank you, traveler, for all you've done. Meet me again at the village, and I'll see that you are, rewarded for your kindness. I'm not against it, it just... At this particular juncture, it feels crass to ask people in the apocalypse for their money when I have like tons of money. And I know that's just it's a gameplay thing meeting a story thing, but I don't know. That's where my head's at. We did it, troubled father. Welcome. My daughter is safe and sound and in high spirits. Perusa is said to be a place where we can commune with the spirits of our ancestors. Doubtless she believes that her little expedition will bring her lost mother back. I hope you're tempering those expectations. Regardless, I will see she doesn't wander off by herself again. You've proven yourself worthy of your reputation today. Okay, we got one more. This is... I'm glad... Like, this place... Oh, I thought there was a paper blowing in the wind. It's just the aetheryte spinning. I thought this place is just racked by loss and tragedy, and so I'm glad there are cases where it's just, like, helping people out who are, like, you know, they're just living their lives and doing their things even amidst the tragedy. Not Matsya. We're talking to... someone who... How do I enter a house? There we are. Fretful Arkasodara. My father, my fisher. Feels like a reference to something, but I don't know what. The fretful Arkasodara seeks someone to brave the wilderness. I've heard all about the good you've done for our village, and we're all thankful for it. I hate to impose upon your generosity further, but if you have a moment to spare, could you lend me your stout arm? Yes. I would ask you to search for my father. I haven't seen him for bells. Is that a new term? Because that's the second time we've heard bells. Is this a Thavnairian expression or one that's come up before that I've just missed? And after asking around, it seems he may have left the village and ventured north. Divinities only know why he went alone, but if I were to follow him, I'd likely end up at the bottom of some beast's belly within a malm. Please, find him and return him safely to our home. Yeah, today is I am the finder of lost children, the finder of lost parents, finder of lost family. My father, my fisher. So is he... Maybe he just went to fish in the waters or something? I don't know. Wizened Arkasodara. Yeah, it looks like he came here to fish. He came here to fish for crocodiles. Wizened Arkasodara. Oh, thank the heavens! I had resigned myself to becoming food for those dreadful things. What's that? My daughter sent you to find me. I thought no one saw me leave the village, but suppose I am not so sly as I thought. And now I've caused her and you no end of worry. Yeah, and not just worry, you were about to friggin' die, dude. The number of people fleeing to our village increases by the day, and although I would never begrudge them protection, it does put a strain on our food supplies. I took up my old fishing equipment, hoping I could make some small contribution. Children need hearty meals to grow after all. You're a sweet little elephant. Children need hearty meals to grow after all. Filling our stores is the least I can do to ease us through these troubled times. Think you could help this old fool on his errand? I mean, maybe. I don't have my fishing job set up right now at all. Your generosity is much appreciated. I've already set up several cages near the water. All you have to do is check them and bring me anything they've caught. That I can do. We brought you fishies. Wizened Arkasodara. I trust the river wasn't too cold for you. So what did you find? I hope my fishing skills haven't gone rusty in my old age. Nope, your cages were perfect. Fish cage, a cage containing foolish fish who took the bait. Oh, get wrecked, fish. You don't have to flex on them like that, game. Ah, that's what I like to see. Plump and juicy, just what we need. This'll keep the refugees fed for another day, I reckon. And that's how we have to get through this, one day at a time. All right, let's return to my daughter. I'm sure she's had her fill of worry on my account. Also, I just got to say this. One of the ongoing issues with Final Fantasy XIV and pretty much every video game, is that there's a real dearth of, like, fat people. And I know that they're elephants, so of course they will be, but I don't know. I'm glad that they're elephants that have, like, they have, like, a gut. I'm sure they're, like, look at this guy. This guy's probably jacked, but, like, he's not, like, six-pack. I mean, elephant with a six-pack is a strange image, but, like, they absolutely could have gone that route, and I'm glad they didn't. Anyway, let's return to the daughter here. Oh my god, they took the same terrible roundabout route as before, didn't I? Yes, I did. Fretful Arkasodara. I've been waiting for you. My father returned and told me all about you, about all you did for him and for our village. And it seems I owe you thanks for 2 good deeds today. Pisaca's stand has long been a place where the stewards of the shrines and tombs resided. The tombs? That's to say, we've been focused mainly on meeting the needs of the departed, not the living. As such, I understand my father's desire to see our food stores bolstered, but if he gets himself killed, we'll all be worse off for it. Thankfully, yeah, he didn't need to go alone. Like, that's not helping anyone. I agree with her. Thankfully, we needn't worry about that, for today anyway. Take this as a gesture of gratitude from both father and I. Okay, I think we can continue with the main story quest here. Under his wing. How are we doing on time? We have plenty of time, right? Matya. Under his wing. Oh, it looks like we're going to get some progress in the Vritra. What's the Satrap? In Satrap Vritra. Matya is eyeing you as if there's something he wants to say. Matya. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mevan and Karasov's remains. Yeah, we just kind of left them out in the open, but presumably someone else came along and gave them a couple of words in whatever religion they whatever their religious rites are. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Pisaca's stand will perform the rites as soon as we are able. Okay, so not yet, but when time allows. As for the child, it will not be easier for her, growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. You're going to be the best elephant dad. Alize. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. Alphino. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Pisaca's stand has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnair like as not. They are still at risk as every village in Thavnair like as not. Okay, yeah, it just took a second to process. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radzat-Han? Nadana. By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. Matya. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Excellent. This place is in good hands. Alize. Then let us find Destinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? Back to Radzat-Han, maybe? Alize. The Wakeful Tirana? Near the bridge to Radzat-Han, as I recall. Very well, then. That little elephant nod. Best boy. Best boy and best girl right here. Nidana. Worry not. My colleagues and I will watch over this village when you have gone. And should my research bear any new fruit, you shall be the first to know. I have total faith in you. Matya. When you and your friends entrusted me with the child, I was beside myself with fear. Yeah, so was I. That running through the jungle scene with the baby was one of the scariest things in the game so far. different scary than like the transformation in Amarang, but scary in its own right. In bringing her back safe, however, I realized I was capable of so much more than I ever believed. Nothing could be more terrifying than that moment. I faced the beasts in the jungle, but I survived. I survived, and come what may, I will survive again. Without you, I never would have found the strength. I thank you, and promise to make the most of this lesson. It's a lesson that you taught as well as anyone. Oh! Holy shit, we got a new barrage of side quests. Bless you, game. We're going to put a pin in under his wing, then. Alright, Kareed. A Pisaca's purpose. I forgot what a Pisaca is. Kareed is short on materials and time. Who are you? Oh, you're the one who slew that terrible beast, aren't you? Big and brawny, just the type of woman I'm looking for. Are you mocking me? I feel like you might be mocking me. I have a job that I believe will suit you perfectly. There's a reward at the end of it, if that motivates you to keep listening. I make my living as a weaver, and I've had an idea to craft armor for the radiant host that defend our walls. However, the scales I require are in short supply. Scales from long-lived Pisaca are nigh indestructible, but such animals lead quick and brutal lives. Wait, they lead quick lives, but they're long-lived? I don't get that. Finding an aged... Oh, that's why. That's why. So, yeah, never mind. I was doing the cardinal sin of that you see sometimes in reaction channels, like where they'll pause something mid-sentence, react to it, and then like get confused, and then like it gets cleared up the next sentence they read. Okay, finding an aged specimen is difficult, slaying one even more so. Still, they are animals all the same, and cannot resist the allure of fresh meat. If you were to use the corpse of a Guhasaya, that's one of those tigers, I think, then the scent of its blood will surely draw out a prize specimen. It's a somewhat dangerous task, but I suspect you've seen much worse. You suspect correct, my friend. So, I'm actually pretty close to completing the... I think I'm pretty close to completing the ether currents for this area, but I don't know how to get to Night's Watch over there. So presumably that's something that'll open up in a little bit, or maybe if I go back to Yedlamod it'll show up. I'll look at that in a second after I finish this quest up. We got a nice juicy Guhasaya corpse. The still warm corpse of a Guhasaya, slain but moments ago. So let's see what the Pisaca is. I'm sure I've seen them before, I'm drawing a blank in terms of what they look like. Lion weight, okay. We got a little hunt going on here. Pisaca. Oh, you're the little grabby hand things. You're like the lizard type dudes. Your curls are beautiful. Kareed. How goes the hunt? Do you have the scales? Yep, it was no problem at all. Glimmering Pisaca scales. Scales from a long-lived Pisaca, much sought after for their unusual hardiness. Hardness. Why, these are even more splendid than I could have imagined. The Pisaca are dangerous prey, to be sure, but the reward from conquering them is well worth it. In our legends, they are portrayed as devils that feast upon the flesh of man. The goddess Mindaruva brought one low by piercing its eye, as nowhere else would yield to her weapon. So really legendarily tough enemies. Yeah, their scales look nasty. The legends have an ounce of truth to them, for over many years the Pisaca's scales become imbued with metallic substances. By weaving them into thread, one can make a material of uncommon strength. Surely our defenders would appreciate such garments, made of such a material, yes? I cannot fight myself, but If such skills as I possess can help us through this struggle, then I must do what I can. That's the spirit. And for your part in aiding me in this, take this. You deserve it. Thank you, Kareed. Now, before we keep looking here, let me see if because there's actually 2 areas that I don't have access to yet. One is the burning field, and the other is Night's Watch. Let me just head back to Yedlamad and see if I can see what I can see about the Night's Watch. Saltwind's Welcome. Yeah, this is not looking promising for the moment. Ooh, what's that? Devout Pilgrims versus the Jungle. I think that's one we did already. Oh! Hey, look! Even if we can't get that, we can get this here. So we can't get to Night's Watch this way, but... Wait, how many do I have left? I have only 1 left. I know where that is. That's one that's, it was like over here. I've been just putting it off, but I can get there right now. I'll be able to fly over to the Night's Watch. No problem. Here it is, the last one. I could have gotten this before. I don't know. I just missed it, I guess. But with that, I can now fly. That's right, Pigeon. We're flying. Oh, hell yeah. This is great. Crossing over to the burning field just to see what this is about. This is not what I expected from the burning field. This place is quite nice. Is this a... I wonder why it's called the Burning Field. Attentive Radiant, what do you have to say? My apologies, but only those authorized by the Radiant may access these training grounds. Is this the, was it Stone Earth Sky? Like, is this that for Endwalker? It sort of looks like that. Now we can reach this sightseeing point here. The Shroud of the Samga. Dense jungle vegetation grows wild and unchecked across a wide band of Thavnair's inland region. Amongst the trees, however, can be found a sprinkling of shrines and temples dedicated to the pantheon of locally worshipped gods, holy sites where once resided the ranks of the faithful. I guess they're pretty depleted at this point, aren't they? How many else do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 more. Do a quick scan for that now, but I'll probably have to wrap this up next time just because I'm kind of running very low on time. Night's Watch. What is Night's Watch? Is it really just a cliffside that you can look out over the land from? There's got to be something up here. Fate or something that spawns here. I mean, there's no enemies here, but there's something here. Ah, there's one. This is at Kajaya's footsteps. Can I look out while on a mount? How do I can't land here. Oh, I see. Do I see? I don't think I do see. There we go. Okay. This was like... Final Fantasy IV had this section outside Troya, the city of Troya on the Super Nintendo specifically. This was a problem where like you had one pixel that you could land on, and was annoying as hell. Okay, what you could land your airship on. Anyway. Kajaya's footsteps. Known as the mother of the Kriegsdance. Oh, right, the Kriegsdance was the dancers, the Kriegsdance was like the dancers, like, battle dance. I remember that from the dancer job quests. Kajaya is honored in both name and form at this open-air stage for dancers. Those who carry on her legacy perform here beneath her stone-carved likeness, strutting and twirling for the glory of their gods and ancestors. So what's her likeness? I never noticed these before. That's really cool. When I was here, I didn't notice the dancer statues. So who is she? Oh, and the peacock. That makes sense for dancers. Oh, this is great. This is very cool. There's the next one. We are on a roll right now. Alright, what is this one? This is for the Giant Skull Mines. Giant Skull Grounds. Quarried here by the wagon load, the purple-streaked stone known as Giant Skull is one of Thavnair's most coveted exports. Incredibly dense and possessed of high ethereal conductivity, it is prized not only as a building material but also as a component in the crafting of unyielding arms and armor, and the brewing of alchemical concoctions. I'll bet that when I start on gathering jobs that this is probably something I'll be able to mine here. There's another one. We're kicking ass on this. Nothing too hidden. There was only one that was away so far from, like, main sections. That was the one over here that I just wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't seen it in my travels. The Great Work. Even in Thavnair, the birthplace of alchemy, the practitioners of House Daimer are renowned for the craft of their concoctions. It was they who founded the settlement of the Great Work, and to this day many talented alchemists choose to reside here and carry on the family's peerless endeavors. I don't think I knew it was a family thing until just now. Again, there's a couple of these just really empty areas here. Maybe they'll come up for quests, but here in Janana Mandapa, and there was a couple of others where they're just like open boss arenas, basically. I have to... now, there was a comment that I saw but haven't read through thoroughly about that there's like that Azulmagia put... I believe it was Azulmagia. Apologies if I'm misremembering, but that you put in the last video, or 2 videos prior, about boss access to like a boss fate, or like a chain of fates leading up to a special boss fate that gives some good rewards. And I'll take a look more into that. I have a feeling that those areas are related to that boss fight, like the Night's Watch and some of those, but maybe not. Oh, there we are. This is the last one. This is the last of the sightseeing logs for Thavnair. Yedlamad. Meaning new harbor in a language brought to the island's shores by mainland settlers, Yedlamad is Thavnair's main port town. Owing to the shallow waters surrounding the island, however, larger trading vessels are forced to anchor at Alnair and ferry over to the harbor in smaller boats before making their way to Radzartan. Owing to the shallow waters, larger trading vessels... Oh, right, so this is like... And this was the issue when we first got here, was that this is not somewhere that you could have... I don't know, this was a problem, like, for when trade was cut off, because they're not an open water port, even though they're right on the water. Like, it's shallow all around them. Pigeon, no. Okay. Sorry, cat was trying to chew the cables. That's going to be it for me for right now, then. Next time, we will head back to Palaka's stand and continue with the side quests, and presumably finish them up, because these look like there's no... I mean, there's They'll probably be pretty short, is my guess. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.